Hey YouTube fam, welcome back to another video. So here we're gonna do, well, Valentine's Day inspired makeup look using the Ace Beauty Nostalgia palette. Very pretty. I love how colorful it is. So first we're gonna start out with the color Raspberry. I know you can barely see it, but that's the name, Raspberry. And we're gonna do a halo eye with a little bit of a cut crease going on. So we're gonna apply that color on the outer and inner corner of our eye. So halo eyes, they can be kind of a tricky eye look to accomplish. I used to do them all the time, and then for some reason I stopped, and it's like my brain completely forgot how to do them because I just couldn't for the longest time figure out how to make it look good without making it look muddy, if you know what I'm saying. It could easily, you could easily take it way out of hand. I've done it many times. I've started it and then I had to take it off because I couldn't do it. I don't know. But here I am attempting it a different time, and it actually turned out pretty good. I'm very proud of myself for finally being able to do it again. On to the next color. We're going to pick up the Flower, it's called, and we're going to apply that basically above where we applied the first color, just to blend out the edges. I say this in every video, but let me repeat it one more time just in case. I will go back and forth a lot, and I mean a lot, just to make sure that it's at, where I want it to be. Like I said previously, with this kind of look, in my experience at least, it has been very easy to completely just muddy up the colors, and it just does not look good. I think it's because it's compacted into very small areas that it can easily just one bit of too much of a dark color and that's it, like the whole look can be ruined. But anyway, so what do you guys plan to do for Valentine's Day? It's a little different this year. Oh, and now we're gonna pick up just a fluffy brush. It does not have any product on it. I'm just gonna use that to blend out the edges of that second color, just so it blends as seamlessly as possible. But yeah, let me know what you guys plan to do for Valentine's Day, if you guys even celebrate it, if you guys do anything. Like I said, it'll be a little different this year. So hopefully, it's all about the love. It doesn't matter where it's at, right? At least that's what I think. These colors on this palette, the Ace Beauty Nostalgia palette, are so easy to blend. They're so smooth. They're really nice. I've always liked Ace Beauty, and I'm kind of glad I got this on my BoxyCharm, and I'm very happy. I can't wait to mess with the other colors. This is really pretty green and this really pretty yellow. I cannot wait. Alright, so now grabbing the Anastasia Beverly Hills eye primer and that same brush I always use, you guys already know, that never changes. I'm gonna put just a little bit on the back of my hand and then grab some with the brush and little by little just start carving out the crease. I mean, not all the way through, just that little middle part. And then we're gonna spread it up, the edges around with our finger, just so that it's pretty smooth. Alright, so now I'm going to go back in with that first original color just to blend out the edges of the primer so that it blends seamlessly with the shadow, so there's no harsh line. You guys know how I feel about harsh lines. Yeah, just to make it look like it's just seamless, smooth, you know the drill. So here I'm just picking up the NYX Glitter Glue, and we're gonna apply a little bit right in the center, basically where we applied that eye primer, so that when we apply our glitter, it'll go on and it'll stick better. So when it comes to applying the glitter glue, I literally just do very little at a time. I don't try to overdo it, only because it's like, I don't know, I don't want it to come out really patchy. But anyway, it's Pigment. I know I said glitter, but it's Pigment, and it's the MAC Whisper Pink. It's really pretty, very shimmery, and not like super intense. Like, it's not like chunks of glitter, which I really like. But it just, it adds something like so different to this look. I really love it. Same goes for applying the pigment, little by little, no need to overdo it. At the end of the day, it wasn't like too much glue that we applied, so we want to make sure it's applied on all the right places where we want it to be. And now here I'm just going to go back in with that first color and make sure that, again, no harsh lines, no weird looking edges. Here I'm taking the Violet Voss I Love You Forever palette, and I'm just going to pick up that black color. It's called Infinity, with the really small angled brush. I literally only picked up this palette purely and solely for the black. It was like the first thing I grabbed that had a black color. That's all I needed. And we're just going to basically kind of do like a wing liner on the outside and blend it into that first like color, so that it looks very smooth. But again, with black, you do want to be very, very cautious. It can go from like looking really good to just a little bit over pigmentation, and bam, the look is ruined. You got to throw the whole makeup away. That's not fun. So just take your time, little by little. That's what I did, you know. Black is one of those colors that can make or break a look, and this was not the time to break it. Let me tell you, no, it had to come out right. It had to come out good, otherwise I was gonna be so mad. You'll see me go back and forth a lot between the angled brush and this particular brush, this small tapered fluffy brush. The angled brush is mostly just to deposit, you know, the color and give it shape, whereas this fluffy brush is just to help diffuse that black into that burgundy purplish kind of color. I did speed up the video a little bit, but just know it did take me a while, so don't feel discouraged if you feel like you can't get it done quick enough. It's one of those things where it's like it's gonna be a while for it to look good. At least that's what I always think when it comes to eye makeup. I don't know about you guys, but I always like to take my sweet time, make sure it's the way I want it to be. Also, don't worry too much about getting both sides even right away, because I do go in later and clean it up with some concealer. This is just to get like a general shape. Alright, so here I'm just taking a flat brush and some concealer. This is just a stick concealer, and I'm gonna carve out that liner even more. I'm just gonna do my best to match the other side. I mean, I know it might not be perfect, but you know, as close as possible. Also, I know I forget to mention this a lot, but any products that I do use, and if for some reason I don't mention them in this video, they are going to be posted down in the description box below. So if you get the chance, take a quick look and you'll see, like, especially towards the end when my face is completely done, you know, I'll post all the details of what I had on in the description. So then taking that same black, I'm going to apply it onto the inner corner. This one I'm not going to blend out as much. I want to keep the color as close to the lash line as possible, but still kind of blend it a little bit. Like I said, I don't want to take it too far up and then have it look like I have a black eye. You know, that's not my purpose for today. That's not what I was going for today. So with that tiny little brush, I'm just using that to blend out the edges a little bit, just to smoke it out just a tiny bit. Like I said, I don't want to take it too far because that has been my break for me when it has come to halo eyes and adding black. It has completely ruined so many looks because it closes my eyes so much, and that is not my purpose at all. So I'm trying to avoid that and keeping it low and tight, but still kind of blended. So for my brow and inner corner highlight, I'm using the Anastasia ABHxAmrezy Highlight and using a small, almost like a little concealer brush. I'm just taking that and applying that underneath my brow, just for that little pop of color. The palette itself didn't come with anything that was light enough for my brow bone, and that was kind of shimmery. It only had matte, so I was like, nah, I want a little pop of color, just like always, you know, some things never change. And just putting that there. So for the inner corner, I'm gonna use a setting spray just to amplify that shine a little bit more. You guys know I love that. I want it to shine. I want Mars to see that, you know what I'm saying? Sweet. Now for the lower lash line, I'm going to take my Urban Decay Perversion liner and we're going to apply that onto the waterline as well as a little bit in between the lashes. Cool. So now with a smudger brush, we're going to go ahead and, as the brush says, we're going to smudge it onto the lower lash line, so a little bit past the lashes, just to create a nice space for when we apply whatever shadow we're going to apply, which in this case will be that same black from the Violet Voss palette, and we're going to stamp it on the lash line. Yeah, we're just going to stamp it in there to make it nice and intense and smoky. Now with the small fluffy brush, we're going to pick up a little bit of that black and we're going to blend underneath where we had stamped it originally, just to help create that blend. Yep. And then picking up that raspberry color, we're going to go ahead and just smudge that around onto the bottom lash line to create that color dimension, you know? Make sure it's as cohesive on the bottom as it is at the top, making it all even. And then with that same big fluffy brush that we had used, the flower color, we're gonna pick some up on that same brush and apply it also on the bottom lash line. Keep in mind though that when I first started, I had also applied eye primer on the bottom lash line, so it's not like on bare skin, it is on a primer. So I don't know why the idea of applying shadow on bare skin just does not appeal to me. I feel like it just does not, it's not as intense as I want it to be, or as long wearing. I don't know, that's just me. But anyway, taking that same black and that angled brush, we're gonna try and do like a little flick at the front to give it more of a cat eye effect. I really like it. This is completely optional though, don't feel like you have to do it at all. It's very time consuming, it takes a while. And you know, if you get it wrong, you kind of messed up your whole look too. It's just one of those things. So then with a liquid pen, this one in particular is from Qveen, I believe it's called, and it's the Dragon Liner. It's really nice, really intense, very, just glides on. I love it. And we're gonna intensify that flick, make it much more, what's the word I'm looking for? Opaque, I guess. More sharp, where you can actually see it. It's not just shadow, you know? Time to curl them lashes. So I'm just using the Illimite Cosmetics lash curler and just curling the lashes. Nothing crazy, nothing intense. Like I said before, not much going on there, so just enough so that it lifts them, so that when I apply the falsies, you know, it blends in better. They have something to sit on top of instead of just straight looking lashes. And now here I'm just applying my mascara. You guys already know that also hasn't changed, but you'll see that I don't apply too much at all. I apply very little. I mean, what's the point if I'm gonna cover them up with falsies, you know? It makes no sense. By the way, I know I kept looking to the side, but my TV was on. Also, my baby was sleeping like on the side, so I was constantly checking on her, and then every now and then I would give a glimpse at the TV. Don't judge me, okay? I need some background noise. I don't like just sitting there in quiet. I hate it. I need something going on in the background. I apologize. I know it looks weird just me constantly looking to the side, but I thought I'd let you guys know. Clearly, I'm excited to show you the Illimite Cosmetics Valentine's Lashbook. Look at these, so beautiful. So I decided, I know I was thinking about it, but I decided on Cupid's Crush. It has the shape that I was looking for, shorter at the front, longer towards the end of the lash to give it that more of a cat eye look. So here I do bend them around a little bit just to help loosen them up a little bit so that they're more malleable when it comes to placing them on the lash line. Here I'm also trying them on just to make sure that it fits my eye, just so that I, you know, in case I need to cut something, I'll know. And then I'm using the Illimite Cosmetics 2-in-1 liner and applying some onto the lash band. I didn't want to do like a liner for this look, so I just went ahead and applied it on the lash band. And then I'm just, with some tweezers, I'm gonna do my best and apply them as close to the lash line as possible. For me, when it comes to applying lashes, I use either my fingers or tweezers. I just switch in between them. It's easier for me. I don't know, it just gets me closer to the lash line as I possibly can, which, you know, is the whole point of lashes. You don't want there to be an obvious difference between your lashes and the falsies. You want it to look like the falsies are your lashes, even though realistically we all know when someone is wearing falsies, but still, you want to keep the illusion going as best as you possibly can. And here you see me messing with them, as I always do, just making sure they're stuck and that they're lifted the way I want them to be. And then here I'm applying my second pair, or the second lash. Also doing my best to do, you know, apply it as close to the lash line as possible. Mess around with it a little bit here and there. You know, if you don't mess around with your lashes, are you even putting them on right, you know? Once I know the glue is fully dry, I will really push them up just so that you can see the shape better, so it doesn't look like they're pointing straight down, which can happen if they don't, you know, if you don't mess with them to make it look how you want them to look. It will never look how you want it to look, you know. You have to make sure they sit at attention. So here's the finished eye look, all done. And here you go, the full face done. I went ahead and added some heart like glitter bits. I really liked it. I thought it was cute. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Till next time, bye.